Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Investor More, and I'm standing outside a rental property that we bought last week. I'm in Alt, Colorado, and this is rental number 23 I've purchased. Kind of noisy, but this is a commercial and residential property. It's got kind of a little hairdresser on the main floor, and then 3 residential units, one on the lower floor, and then 2 upstairs. And then all the units are occupied except for one. So we can just show you that one unit for now, but we'll take a look at that, and we'll go over to the back and show you what it looks like. And again, check out investormore.com for more information on all my rentals. We'll have a write-up on this one coming soon, and yeah, we'll show you the rest of the property now. Here's the back of the property, and show you alley access here, and to look at the surrounding properties. This is a small town, probably 10-15 miles away from Greeley, where I'm usually at. And this property was listed for $220, ended up getting it for $193.5. Potential rent is right around probably $2,600 a month. So the property's a little rough now. As you can see, it needs some paint, some other issues it has, but it's got potential for some great cash flow. And in our market in Colorado, that's so hard to find with anything. So that's kind of why we bought this property. That's the crawl space where I'm trying to decide if I want to go down there and do a video or not. I probably will. But right after we bought it, water heater went out, and there's some electric bill that wasn't paid by a tenant. So they didn't have hot water here for a couple days, like the day before and after we bought the property. So that was great, and the seller didn't help us out very much with that situation. These stairs are a little leaning, but feel pretty solid. And then I'll kind of show you some other things to be aware of. This is only maybe 2 feet above the ground, and really wide openings. No way I would ever leave it like that for safety issues. We either need to raise that bottom one up or add more of those railing things. Probably do both maybe, but yeah, not safe at all. So here's one of the units that's occupied, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, and then this one is the vacant one we can get into. The other units are not in too bad a shape, but this one is in the middle of being remodeled and is vacant. So you can see there is a bathroom right here in the front that's started to get remodeled. Still needs some work. And you can see here, they're not huge, but can be nice little 1-bedroom units. I can't tell if the ceiling was dropped before and they're taking it out, or they're dropping the ceiling now, but it would be nice to have that higher ceiling for sure, and not the ugly commercial ceiling tiles. And some stuff's been done, you know, newer windows, has baseboard heat throughout the whole thing. So, and it also has 4 separate electric meters for the whole thing, which is really nice, so the tenants can pay their own electric bills, control their own heat, don't have to worry about that with a big building like that. The one weird thing, like I said, was the water heaters service the whole building, and there's 2 of them, 1 electric, 1 gas. So if one of those, or the gas we think was out already, then the electric was shut off for 1 unit, which controlled that water heater for the entire place. So the whole place didn't have hot water for a couple days. Got that fixed. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Might have to look into reconfiguring that situation. And then, yeah, I think we can go over the numbers here in a little bit, but 3 are rented. This one we can fix up, get it rented. At that point, should be a pretty decent cash flowing property and another rental to add to our portfolio. All right, so we'll talk about the numbers here soon. All right, so here's the MLS sheet for the property, and it was listed for a couple days before we went and saw it. It's actually Nikki, my project manager, who convinced me to go see it and possibly make an offer on it. She's actually from Alt, and you can kind of see here it's listed on January 3rd. We made an offer a couple days later, then ended up getting it accepted
a couple days after we made that offer. So 5 days is when it went under contract, and we got it way below list price, 193.5 when they're asking 220. And there's a couple of things I want to show you here that helped me get that. But if you look at the remarks, it tells you all about the property. It had a hair salon on the main floor, 3 other units, and then down here, 3 of the 4 units are rented. The 4th unit was rented and tenant decided to do remodeling without seller's knowledge. Seller is selling in as-is condition. Those are great words to look for and give you an idea that maybe there's some negotiation to be had in the price. So that's the unit you saw before. It's actually the tenant who was doing work and didn't do a very good job and left it in that mess. Also, some things to look at on the MLS, especially when you're dealing with income properties like this, is the agents may or may not do a good job with the income, describing how much money it makes. I would never rely on this information. I would always verify it, always check these numbers, because you just don't know how good or bad they can be. And let me get out my calculator here, for instance. Oh, it won't let me do it. Oh, there we go. So this says it made $36,900 a year, which is $3,035 a month. This property was rented for about $1,975 a month with a vacant unit. The other unit that is just like it is rented for $600 a month, just like the vacant unit. So really, its potential is around $2,600 a month if you rented that vacant unit. So I don't have any idea where this number is coming from unless they're assuming all the other units are rented too low and you could raise those prices. They have a 1% vacancy rate, which is completely unrealistic. Property taxes on this are $591 a year. That's taxes are so low around here. It's just crazy. They have insurance. They have some utilities, but no maintenance. Never count on these numbers to be correct, and their cap rate is way off. I'm not sure how they figured that. Well, probably because that number is so inflated. You really have to do these numbers yourself when you're looking at the cap rate, income, all those figures for rental properties. All right, so like I said, we made the offer for $193.5. It's actually, I'll tell you how. I made an offer about $185. The agent called me, asked me, why it was so low, and this is after she had told me the seller was very motivated. And I explained, hey, it needs work. This is a number that works for me. And she told me to make my best offer, so I think we raised a little bit to $193.5. And then the next day, she said the seller accepted it, and we got under contract. And I actually had a couple people call me asking me about this property who wanted to see it as investors. And I said, sorry, we've already got it under contract. One reason why I don't work with investors myself, because I would be competing with them as an agent. So that is the property. We'll get it fixed up a little bit, try and get all the utilities sorted out, the water, all of that sorted out, and hopefully it'll be a really good cash flowing rental for many years, and we won't have too many problems. But when you're getting really good deals on properties like this, you do have to anticipate some problems like the vacant unit, like the work that's needed. Sometimes you have water heaters go out. All those things happen, and you have to assume things like that will happen in the future. All right, thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I should hopefully have some updates for it after we finish this. If any of the other units go vacant, we can show you those. We'll do videos of that. And of course, leave us comments below for what you think of the property. Have any questions, give us a thumbs up if you liked it. And we'll have many more coming up here soon.